dramatic video of a U.S. strike blasting that boat. It was carrying drugs from Venezuela, killing 11 suspected Tren de Aragua members in the Caribbean Sea.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday. Lucas Tomlinson is live in Washington. Lucas, this could just be the beginning.
There's no question about it, Brian. Good morning. When the Pentagon deployed that armada to the Caribbean, including an attack submarine, officials say it was not just going to be doing donuts in the water. This plan has been in the works for weeks. It's the first lethal operation since the American warships arrived on station. This unclassified drone footage shows a Go Faster speedboat getting annihilated, killing all 11 on board. For years, the U.S. military would shoot out the engine block, or a Coast Guard law enforcement detachment would jump on board and detain the crew. We used to run that tape. No longer. The Pentagon now given orders to kill. The president spoke about it yesterday.
We just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat. A drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat, a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time. And we just, these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela.
The goal of the operation is to deny revenue to the Maduro regime in Venezuela.
Now, I want you all to look at the numbers. Look at what Venezuela is profiting off of the USA by sending their drugs. Cocaine profits, $8.1 billion. Marijuana profits, $50.4 million. So today, family, again, welcome back to the channel. And today we're breaking down a story that mainstream media, especially Msnbc, tried to spin into yet another scandal against President Trump when he revealed, as in this video, that the U.S. military had taken decisive action against a drug smuggling boat coming out of Venezuela. But instead of applauding this move against narco-terrorists, Msnbc immediately jumped into attack mode. So again, look at the numbers of what Venezuela is profiting off of trafficking drugs into the U.S. Now let's listen to how Msnbc supports this drug profit of Venezuela.
Showed up for a much anticipated press conference yesterday to make some big announcement. He was moving a military command from Colorado to Alabama. But amidst the usual Trump chaos, he made another announcement that got kind of lost about a military strike in international waters.
We just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time. And we just, these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela, so we took it out.
The president later posted a video of that strike to social media. Trump said he had ordered, quote, a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Aragua narco terrorists. He added that 11 people on the boat were killed. Trump claimed the boat was transporting illegal narcotics heading to the United States. Now, here's a map of where the United States is. That small boat was attacked off the coast of Venezuela, which is over 1,000 nautical miles away from here. The United States was obviously well out of range of that boat. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, on the other hand, defended the strike by saying the vessel's destination was probably Trinidad or another country in the Caribbean, which, of course, makes more sense on the map. I mean, Trinidad's only 10 miles from Venezuela by sea. But again, that too is more than 1,000 miles from the U.S. mainland. Who knows where the drugs, if they were there? We're going to go next. This morning.
So here we go again. MSNBC mocked the operation, pointing out that Venezuela is over 1,000 miles away from U.S. shores. But here's the thing. Global drugs cartels don't respect borders. They use the Caribbean as a pipeline to ship poison right into America. Stopping a narco-terrorist vessel in international waters It's a smart strategy. But hey, let's keep listening to what MSNBC has to say.
This morning, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth was doing a victory lap, promising more military strikes on narco traffickers, narco terrorists. But now, as we learn more details of the attack, I have to say, this is an enormous scandal that is unfolding right in front of us. This civilian, non-military boat, even if they were committing a crime, was not struck in self-defense. No weapons were evident. Whoever struck it, and the U.S. has shared no details of that, didn't try to disable the engines or to board the craft. They just summarily killed everybody on board. As a Notre Dame law professor told the Washington Post, the strike violated international law. The U.S. is not in armed conflict with Venezuela or its criminal elements. This is exactly the kind of operation that, if it existed in a Tom Clancy novel or movie, would be getting covered up because all the principals in the film would know it was illegal. I mean, it certainly seems like extrajudicial murder to me. And again, that's the...
How? This is what I'm talking about. Notice how MSNBC is now experts in international law. They claim that this was a flagrant violation and called it extrajudicial murder. But where were the critics when Obama ordered a drone strike in Yemen, Pakistan, and Somalia?
That's the case even if everything the administration is saying is true. But why would anyone assume that what they say is true? These are the very same people that falsely claimed a man with an autism awareness tattoo and a makeup stylist and a soccer player and a singer were dangerous members of the same Venezuelan Tren de Aragua gang when they grabbed them off the street and shipped them to the Salvadoran gulag. Now, in those
But here's the thing. All of the people that were named are all illegal immigrants. So it doesn't matter what crime they committed. They committed a crime of entering the country, the United States of America, illegally. That is a crime. It is a felony to come into the country illegally.
Now, in those cases, Trump's government tried to be the judge and the jury, and now they are executioner too. Whatever pretext this administration may claim, this looks, for all the world, like a just flagrant violation of domestic U.S. law and international law. And there needs to be answers to how and why this happened. And I'll talk to Senator Chris Van Hollen about that next.
Okay, so here it is. President Trump did what a commander-in-chief is supposed to do: protect the American people. MSNBC choose to twist the story, criticize the action, and undermine America's fight against narco terrorists. That's not journalism, that's political spin. If we're serious about ending the drug crisis, we should support leaders who take bold action, not tear them down when they do so. So family, let's get this discussion going. Let me know what you think about MSNBC's spin on Trump's victory of taking down a Venezuela drug ship that was trying to transport deadly drugs to the United States illegally. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to receive updates on the next video. And remember, remain curious and stay bold. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm getting over a cold.